The Big Show with Night and Day. Anytime is a good time for a thick shake from Night and Day.
Welcome to the biggest show on earth.
Our biggest show.
The biggest.
This is big.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Friday afternoon, the 6th of September 2024. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day. G'day, Mogi, you stallion, you Greek statue, you massive Adonis. How's life?
Going pretty grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. I'm not upset that it's Friday.
No.
Another Friday, another throbber. That's what my mother always used to say.
Totally, man.
Really?
Just on the throbber, it's the theme today is fighting.
Douche.
Speaking to David Nika yesterday, we thought that would be an appropriate thing to have as a theme, Keyzie?
I love how you're like Mr. Theme now all of a sudden, even though last theme we had, you didn't even bother trying to do it.
Yeah, I did.
And now you're like, oh, I'm Mr. Theme. Let's do this theme. Let's really stick to it.
No. Remember the last one we did, I participated fully because you weren't going to let me participate, remember?
Yeah.
And then you conceded. And I stuck to the theme.
Guys.
Sorry, Mogi, we're getting pretty hot and heavy in here in a bad way.
It's like your
Yeah.
mum and dad fighting in front of you, you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, but Keyzie and
I'm your
we're
dad.
like that, aren't we,
Yeah,
Keyzie? Give
man.
each other a bit of... Tell you what, man.
Oh,
You are looking so sharp. Have you had a haircut, Keyzie?
I have actually.
Yeah.
And I'm actually really stoked with it.
Yeah. Oh, you should be, man. You look amazing.
Do you mean that?
I do.
Wow, okay,
Yeah,
thanks,
yeah,
Jace.
yeah.
You know, I feel good.
Yeah, well, you
know-
look good, man.
You
Here
know when
comes
they,
some jacket chat.
you know when you ask for something and they give you exactly what you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. And that jacket, is that... I don't know that I've seen that one before. You really favour the jacket with a sort of internal sheep rug.
The sheepskin lining, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I wear this jacket 3 times a week
Oh,
and have
okay.
done for about, the entirety of winter.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that a new blue? Oh, no, that's the same blue shirt you've been wearing for what, like a decade?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Actually, funnily enough, fellas, I was talking to my wife today about I'm not happy with my wardrobe.
Oh, yeah?
I'm having, I don't have enough jeans. I've got too many dress shirts, which I never wear, and not enough casual cool shirts.
But you're always wearing her clothes, so that doubles
Yeah,
your...
well, I stole her jeans. And
Yeah.
that just shows you how bad my jeans situation is that I have to steal my wife's.
But also, if you start, upping your wardrobe game, we're going to run out of a lot of content.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah, I don't think that's a good idea.
Speaking of content, we don't have much today, so we're just going to wing it.
No, we have heaps. We have heaps.
Now, listen, it is Shout Out Friday. What is
Friday
it?
out shy day.
Friday Out Shy Day. So text us 3483 and we'll get into those after these couple of tunes.
Friday, I'm in love. How you going?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Tune. Now, Pearl Jam there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 11 minutes past 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, which means we've got shout-outs.
That's right. We've actually got frout outs.
Yeah, I can never remember what I said wrong whenever it was 6 years ago.
No, it was 4 weeks ago. You accidentally said Frout Out Shy Day, and that is now the name of the segment. So text through your Frout Outs this beautiful Shy Day afternoon. A lot coming through, and they're all in the draw for a $50 night and day voucher. G'day, you massive backbones. Big shout out to Uncle Chris after a hard day's work babysitting The Apprentice. Time for a beer, mate.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah.
Frout out to you.
How many times do you think that was said this afternoon? Time for a beer, fellas?
Am I right?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, I said it at least 10 times responsibly.
Nah.
Frout out to Mad Puppy and Dino Dog, the backbones at Kaipara Kumara and Ruben from Parakai.
Oh.
Oh,
Frout out.
backbones.
Huge frout out. G'day, you maggots. That's actually on Monday,
Yeah,
guys.
that's a Monday thing.
Big frout out to the guys down at Tahuna Wastewater Plant looking after Dunedin's poos.
Oh, yeah. You used to work there, Jace.
Yeah, I did with my stick.
Yeah.
I used to sit above the vat there and just...
Oh, you're a log breaker.
Yeah, I just broke
Yeah.
up the logs with my poo stick.
Yeah.
It was one of the best of times, actually.
Oh, man.
I'd break up poos all day and then just go to the cook. What was it called? The cook.
The
I
cook?
think. Yeah.
Would you have a shower first?
Have a few beersies. Responsibly, obviously.
Hey, fellas, I don't know if in your relationships you have things that your partner does, right, which annoy you.
No.
No, okay, but these specific things are so small, they're not even worth uttering a single thing about it, but for some reason it winds you up.
My wife's perfect.
She is, actually.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, and so is mine, and that's why we've been together for 27 years. And in fact, even if there was something that wound me up, I'd never have a go at her about it.
Absolutely. It sounds to me, Keyzie, like some cracks are continuing to appear in your marriage.
Yeah, I mean, my relationship's not perfect. I mean, I'm not getting angry about a mirror or milk that's too hot. So, yeah, we've got a lot to work on.
Can I ask you something, Keyzie?
Sure, you're going to anyway.
Is there something that your wife's doing that's bugging you?
Jace, you are 100% correct.
Bugging me. Could you put your stick down?
Can you put your poo stirrer down,
Yeah,
man?
sorry, you might have heard that. I'm actually holding a stick here in the studio. Yeah, so there's this one thing she does, and I was like, it's not even worth bringing up because it's so petty, and I just want to know if anyone else out there is the same, 3483, or you can call us on 0800 Hauraki. So we have, at the end of our hallway, there is a door which goes down into the garage, and there is a light switch with two switches on it. The top one puts the light in the hallway on, and the bottom one puts the light in the garage on.
Garage.
Garage.
That's probably
shed.
what really gets on her goat when
Maybe.
you say garage.
Old fancy pants.
But
garage boy.
What happens is she'll walk down the hallway, turn the light on for the hallway so she can see, and turn the garage light on. Garage. And then she'll, do whatever she needs to do, then come back up, turn off the hallway one, and leave the garage light on.
Garage.
What's that about? Hang on, which one is that? But, it's so petty. I shouldn't get wound up. But every time I come home, I have to turn that freaking garage light off.
In fairness to you, though, Keyzie, one of the things, and it's not just my wife, actually, it's my daughter as well. They don't turn power off. They don't turn the lights off.
Ever.
And so there's just lights on in every goddamn room in the house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, come on, let's conserve a bit of energy here, team. There is one thing that my beautiful, lovely wife does and refuses to change.
Can I just say before you go on that your wife is more just than how she looks, Jace?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
And you're constantly saying she's beautiful, and it just boils her down to the exterior, which I think is a bit of a shocker, actually.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's actually a bit sick.
And her kind and compassionate heart. And I've talked to her about it on a number of occasions, but she doesn't change.
To no avail.
Yes. She puts bowls on the top level of the dishwasher that are designed for glasses and cups.
Yes.
And it takes up an inordinate amount of room, and I'm not happy about it.
See, that's petty, that's tiny, but it shouldn't wind you up, but it does, right?
It does wind me
I
up.
had exactly the same thing happen the other day. My wife put the coffee cups on the top, which is fine, but on the right-hand side, when they're meant to go on the left-hand side, she goes, no, but I put the wine glasses on that side. I said, but you can put the coffee mugs underneath, and then the wine glasses can still go over the top perfectly fine. But when you raise these things...
Well, that's the thing.
It's like somebody has committed a cardinal sin within the relationship. It's not like you just say that and go, oh, yeah, that makes sense, and get on with your life.
Nah.
It's, there's a chili.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a stony silence.
Yeah. So if anyone out there has the pettiest tiny things that winds them up as well, 3483, text it through.
I know that something that annoys her about me, and this is a longer list, is when I open beers with cutlery out of the drawer, like a spoon,
Yeah, it's cool, though.
or a butter knife or a fork or whatever. And she's like, can you just use the bottle opener? Now, that is completely fair, because there is a bottle opener right next to it, but I'm offended by that.
Yeah, and you're up in arms about it.
It's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Now, similarly, I could apply that same logic to me. Don't worry about it. Doesn't matter if the coffee cups are on the same side, but I don't.
Nah.
Yeah.
I only apply don't worry about it to the things that annoy her about
that's
me.
right. Yeah.
It's funny, actually, my wife used to get really wound up when I used to open her beer up with my arse cheeks.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Previous to that, Keyzie was discussing how his wife infuriates him by turning the hallway and the garage light on at the same time.
And then leaving the garage light on for some reason. So it could be 3 a.m, you get up to go wheeze and the garage light's on. You know, people just looking in at our goodies in there.
Do you think she hates you? Is that why she's doing it?
I've asked myself that question a few times.
Can you talk me through what her response has been to you when you are repeatedly raising this issue with her?
No, this is the thing about this issue is that it's so small and not worth the drama that I have never raised it with.
Have you not?
Nah, this is the thing.
Oh,
it's
that's
tiny.
no good. That's not a healthy relationship. If you can't start a fight about the smallest of issues, are you even married?
Right, okay, so I should bring it up.
Oh, yes.
Should I be in a hooer of a mood about it?
I think you should be sort of pig-headed.
I think you should be indignant. Also, I find it interesting that you haven't brought it up with her, Keyzie, but you have brought it up on national radio.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that one of our
And
listeners
Hauraki.
will see her in the street or something and be like, hey, can you turn the garage light off? You know what I mean?
So you're are you scared of your wife?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not scared
Well,
of
to be
my
fair,
wife.
Keyzie, aren't we all?
Yeah, actually. She's pretty intimidating.
No, hang on. Are you talking about your wives or my wife? You should be
My
scared of
wife.
my wife, by the way. A few people texting through as well with the similar sort of level of pettiness. Hate it when he uses the tea towel to dry his hands and then leaves it in a wet heap on the bench. See, I would actually say that's more annoying than my situation because it's wet. It's just it should be drying on the little rail there.
It should be.
You know what I mean?
Can I tell you one thing? And I don't know who's...
Better be one.
I don't know who's entirely responsible for it, but I think we all are, but it really bugs me.
It's been bugging me.
And it disgusts me too. Is wet dishcloths in the sink.
Sitting in the sink. Yeah.
Sitting in the sink, and I get up in the morning and I make my wife a coffee, which it turns out she hates.
Right.
And there's a wet, disgusting dishcloth, probably with bits of food in it.
Sure.
And it's all grody, and you pick it up and go, oh, God. Now, I've got to say that I'm probably equally responsible for just leaving it in there.
Oh,
and sort of
okay, well, then
like
you've got-
hanging it on the tap, but it does my head in.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me, thankfully.
Okay.
That pisses me off. I
Yeah.
always pick it up, rinse it, wring it out, and put it on the tap there. That's what I do, fellas.
Are you quite
Well, you're the
anal,
man.
Keyzie?
Yeah, I'm anal. Here's a good one. My wife won't stop whinging about me putting my dirty clothes in the bathtub beside the shower, which annoys me because that's clearly where they belong. So
That's
you're
right.
getting unchanged, they're dirty, maybe they're covered in grease and stuff from your job. You just throw it in the bathtub.
Am I wrong on this particular topic to assume that actually a woman, generally speaking,
God.
have a much stronger case in terms of being infuriated in terms of dealing with their partners?
That might be the case for some of these, but I wouldn't say that for myself. I think my wife is a very lucky woman.
Okay. Yeah. Because I know there's stuff that I do that really bugs my wife.
It's been bugging me.
Like what?
Well, this is a good one. Can you think of one thing right now that's tiny that you do that she is just gritting her teeth and bearing?
I put chili sauce on all her cooking.
That's true.
But
and also, you only wipe your bum twice and your undies are full of skids.
I'm glad this came up.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Supergrass there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time, 25 minutes to 5 o'clock. And we've got more breaking news.
This is breaking news.
How good. Hey, fellas, we've got some big news in the world of rock and roll. Do you guys like your rock and roll?
Nah.
Nah. There's been a new development with the band Linkin Park. Of course, their lead singer Chester Bennington, he passed away on the 20th of July. Do you know what year that was, Jace? Anyone? You guys want to have a guess?
2017.
Oh, that's good. That's a good guess from you.
2017?
Yeah, correct. That's really good. I thought it was only last year.
It feels like, maybe 2 years ago or something.
Yeah, unreal. So anyway, they've brought on a new singer, and what's great about this new addition is it's a woman.
Yes.
So they don't see sex in Linkin Park, only talent. And I think we've got a little bit of it we can listen to here, Keyzie, this new singer lady.
That's right. Her name is Emily Armstrong, and this is what she sounds like. Wow. cow. Holy cow.
How good. That's great.
She sounds just like Chester.
Yeah, I don't think she's good.
I know. Initially, I was like, "Oh God, this is terrible."
But it's Linkin
actually,
Park.
I kind of like it. I love she was pumping it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I think it's great. I think it's great that they've got a new singer, and good for them to be able to tour. It's not really, a lot of people are like, oh, you're never going to replace them. It's like, well, why should the rest of the band never be able to tour the music that they wrote?
That's the thing. And to be fair, going and hearing any of Linkin Park's classic songs, and they've got new stuff as well. They've got a brand new album coming out in November, so that's exciting. It's going to be called From Zero.
Starting again, I guess, Keyzie.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
From Zero. That comes out November 15th. But that sounds like they'll still perform all the old songs where she has the chops. Yeah,
for sure.
Smokey.
You know, I was just thinking about, replacing a singer and stuff. You remember that show with In Excess? When
I do.
Rockstar In Excess.
Yeah, where they were trying to...
A magnificent TV show that was.
I got hooked into that
loved
massive...
that show.
It was the dude that got it in the end, JD or something, and he was a real piece of work.
And there was. They had a couple of options. One of the guys was from Canada, and he was sort of an emo-looking gentleman, little fella there, and the other guy was quite a gregarious, fun-loving rock and roller from Australia.
Yes.
And they should have gone with him because he was a lot more fun, but they went with this other guy that was super serious, and that was sort of the end of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Strumming your way to Vegas. That's what you remember that? That was the song they released.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was a tune. But anyway, good on old Linkin Park there. I saw Linkin Park with Chester back in the day, and they were an absolutely incredible band. They're a great... obviously, if you're into Linkin Park, if you don't like them, you'd struggle. But I'm not sure that I would. I'm not sure I'd go out and see this new iteration.
Sure. Fair enough, each to their own.
I wasn't a huge fan of Linkin Park to begin with.
But now...
A lot of my mates... Yeah, but now I am. Now that there's a chick singing. But a lot of my mates are, obsessed with Linkin Park.
Right.
So the fact that they've, found someone who can almost keep up with Chester, you'll never replace them, obviously, but I'm pretty stoked about it.
No, I loved the passion. That was great.
Speaking of Linkin Park...
Bit of Naked and Famous, eh?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
News there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. The time is 4:47. I had a situation at the gym today, fellas. True story, this. Absolutely true. And I went to the gym. I wasn't into it, but I never am. And went down there and I walked into the gym and I was walking across to my first exercise, Mogi.
What was that?
Swiss ball.
No, it's a little area in the gym where I do some, what do you call it?
Bicep
This
curls?
is good content.
Oh, God, it's just planking.
Planking.
Stretching.
You start
and
with a
stuff
plank.
and stretching and stuff like that. And I was walking towards that area and I noticed a very attractive woman.
Oh,
You were saying off air she was
Um,
a smoke show.
And I went, oh, well, that's okay. Because, of course, there's a lot of very attractive people at the gym, men and women. But I did notice her, and she was in the general vicinity of where I was planking. And so that sounded...
Nah, you're all good, man.
Yeah, no. So
how about this? I'll just play this.
Yeah, just as a pre-warning.
I'll play the sexism alarm just in case.
Didn't want to get that wrong. And anyway, she was right next to me while I was planking.
Sure.
And on the machine that I was about to use. And I went, oh, that's cool. And then I finished planking. And then she got off the machine and moved to the next machine. And I got on the machine next to her.
Sure.
That she had just been using. And basically, it went along for about 3 or 4 different machines where she was using all the same machines that I was using in our routines. And I suddenly just got massively paranoid and went, oh, my God, she thinks I'm stalking her and that I'm some sort of filthy perv that's just following her around the gym. And then I went, but... Fortunately, my next exercise is right across the other side of the gym. And I shit you not, just as I was finishing the exercise I was doing, she went and walked over to the other side of the gym where I was about to go to do some exercises. So I had to change my entire routine and do all this different stuff so that I didn't come across as a gym mogie.
Yeah, you don't want to be a gym mogie.
You know what I
you
mean?
don't wanna
Because
be.
you were talking about how you stand by a woman when they're on the machine waiting for them to get off it.
Even if one's free nearby, you want that
Even
one.
you
right.
want the one
Yeah.
they're on. And I went, I don't want people calling me a mogie here.
No, that's right.
And so I literally changed my entire
when you
routine.
combine an honest mistake with being a massive pervert, in your instance, that's not a good mix.
But it was just one of those scenarios where I just immediately got paranoid and went, "Oh my god, this doesn't look good for me."
Describe the woman for us?
Well, I'm not.
How old was she?
I'm not getting.
No, how
into,
old was she?
I don't know, Keyzie. Maybe 30.
30, right.
Yes.
What did she look like?
An attractive woman.
Okay, an attractive young woman, right?
Yes.
Why have you got the same program as an attractive young woman? That's what I want to know. You're doing the same workout as her.
I don't know. She was just using the same machines as me.
Were you also wearing Lululemons?
And can I make the point, actually, that she was in much better shape than me as well?
You were saying she was a great shape.
Really great shape.
Is that what I was saying?
But I can see, do you genuinely think she thought you were perving, or was...
I think I just got paranoid in my own head. She probably couldn't care less that I was doing my stuff. She's probably finding it quite amusing because I'm quite amusing to watch when I'm at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
And were you perving?
Keyzie.
What?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
In excess there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Hey, if you're having a few beersies at work, give us a shout out right now on 34883. Speaking of shout outs, we've got a couple there, Keyzie.
Jace, what the hell's a shout out? It's a Frout Out Shy Day.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Not Shout Out Friday, Frout Out Shy Day. Shout out to Pete Beers Painting. Pete Beers Painting. Big frat out to you. Frat out to Beers for always being there at the end of a tough week.
Pete Beers.
No, just Beers.
Good on you, Pete Beers, man. Frat out to you, brother.
Frat
or
out,
sister.
huh? Frat out to Damo and Richard just finishing up ragging some scruffy ewes in Tinui.
How good, man.
It's in the Wairarapa.
Yeah, that's really good.
Beautiful spot.
Frat out.
Remember being on site there, Mogi, at the end of a hard week's yakka? You and me having a few durries and a few beersies.
Yeah, man.
Did you guys used to share sheep?
Sweat pissing off us.
Yeah?
No, we had one each, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, so you didn't have to share. After 5, by the way, the Friday's
Throbber.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Douche. Go on, Keyzie. Get it off your... Whatever it is you're smirking about, get it out. Go on, say what do you need to say.
Mike,
Yeah, man.
you're on the Big Show, by the way, brought to you by Night and Day. Jace complains every day about people leaving cups in the studio, paper being everywhere.
Yeah.
He throws paper all around the studio. He throws pens, and he just ate a handful of cheese balls, dropped one on the ground over there, and just is leaving it. It's just someone else's problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I've seen a pet in the Muge and Keyzie. I'm not gonna lie.
It went behind a little sign. And
I can see it.
I don't know if you guys know this. There's a little mousie that lives here in the studio, so it's a bit of tuck for him later on
Is
when we
it?
all leave.
You're a slob, man.
Now listen, it is the Friday Throbber, and the theme today, the Friday Throbbers, where each of us in the studio tries to pick a song that'll really kick off your Friday.
That's right.
That really throbs. The theme today is fighting.
It is fighting, 'cause
given that
David Nyika was in.
David Nyika and all that. We're going to
Yeah,
the boxing
yeah,
in a
yeah,
week's
yeah.
time. So that was the theme. $80.
That's right, and how it works is we each play a wee snippet. You call through on 0800 Hauraki, vote for which one you want to hear. First one to get 2 votes gets played in full. Easy doors.
At
It's
the moment,
simple.
Mogi-
Easy doors, as they say.
Easy doors.
Nowhere.
Mogi running away with it as per at the moment.
It's a long year, mate.
Do you want to
Wow,
go
is
first,
it?
Mogi?
I go first every week, mate. What do you got?
You go first, Keyzie.
You want me
Hit
to go
us.
first? All right,
Yeah,
this
sure.
is my fighting song.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Those kids were fast as lightning.
This is like when you're at the wedding.
yeah.
Everyone's on the dance floor dancing, and then this comes on and everybody walks off and goes and gets a beer.
They love it.
Expert timing.
Kung Fu Fighting, absolute tune.
Okay.
Big throbber and on theme.
Yeah, like you're massively on theme all the time.
Yeah, hugely on theme.
Guys.
whatever.
What do you got, a hoodie, Jay?
Got a bit of System of a Down. War.
Did you want to pick a good part?
Right.
Or?
Yeah. I mean, it's no kung fu fighting.
True.
Well, it's try hard, you know? It's like, I better pick a hard-out song so that the people think I'm rock and roll.
Oh, no, exactly, Keyzie.
Yeah.
I'd never do anything like that. Here's what I went with.
What the hell is this bomb crack?
No.
No, you're into me.
You have enemies in fights, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Actually, funnily enough, I looked at this one today.
I don't know. I don't know about that. That's an asterisk.
Keyzie, it is not an asterisk, man.
No, you're enemy.
Are you saying in a fight you haven't got an enemy, Keyzie?
You've got an opponent.
We'll go through... Oh, my God.
You've got an
Oh, my
opponent.
God.
Anyway,
If you are going to be such a nitpicker, we'll just get rid of the throbber altogether.
No. That's an overreaction.
fellas. Listen, you decide, New Zealand. Give us a call.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
It's the Hauraki Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Did it douche? Yes, 10 minutes past 5 o'clock. The theme today, fighting. And Keyzie went with this one.
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning.
It's Carl Douglas, by the way. Kung Fu
I
Fighting.
would never have been able to name that. In fact, I think you've done that song before. No.
Never.
Whoa.
In fact, when I heard it today, I typed fighting in to Spotify.
Yeah.
And it came up. I was like, I haven't heard this song in ages. What a throbber, I said.
Yeah. I went for System of a Down, War.
What do you go for, Mike? No, I'm joking. Yeah, fine. Oh, look at me. I've got all this testosterone. Oh, I'm so manly.
I really like your song, Keyzie.
Really good.
That's a good song.
Really good.
I mean, it's a good tune.
Thank you. I didn't write it.
I've gone with Rage Against the Machine.
No, your opponent.
Douche. Great stuff. Well, there you go. There's your choices. Let's go to the phone lines. G'day, Callum, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, g'day. Okay, pretty good thing.
Good on,
Mad bastard.
Good on you, Callum, you mad bastard. What are you running with there, Callum?
I'm going to go for old Steve from Guidance, mate.
Oh,
Good on you,
okay,
mate.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah.
System of a Down. Good call there, buddy. G'day, Sarah. How's life?
Great, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks, Sarah. What are you going with today?
I'm voting for Keyzie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
good on you, Sarah.
Can you sound the
yeah.
alarm? I think Jace has been a little bit on the sexist side there.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think so.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
What? Assuming that because Sarah's a woman that she's voting for Kung Fu Fighting.
Can we? It's not woman.
That's
please.
racist. What?
G'day, Hayden, you mad bastard. How's life?
Yeah, good feeling.
Good on you, mate. What are you running with there, Hayden?
Oh, no.
Tiebreaker. Wow. This is huge.
Well, it's going to be Hoops from Auckland who's going to decide. G'day, Hoops, you mad bastard. What are you running with?
G'day, Backbone.
G'day.
Got to go with Keyzie on
Yeah! Oh, good on you, Hoops, you mad bastard. Hey, what do you do for a crust, by the way, man?
I'm a salesman.
Oh,
What do you
backbone.
sell, like nail polish and that?
Oh, thanks, mate.
Bloody good, mate. You got great taste in music. Thank you very much, Hoops.
Yeah, there you go. Well, play it out
Look,
there,
the audience
Keyzie. Well done.
has spoken, haven't they, Jace?
They
What
have.
do you do?
They have.
You know?
Isn't it funny? Kung Fu Fighting beating Rage and System of a Down on Radio
I
Hauraki.
mean, it's an absolute indictment, and I look forward to reading the text when we come back after the song.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on
There you
Radio
go, Kung Fu
Hauraki.
Fighting there is your Friday Throbber. The time is 16 minutes past. Sorry, I got cheese ball dust in my throat. Past 5 o'clock. There's been some interesting questions asked on 3483 there, Keyzie.
That's right. I'm just going to sound the racism alarm real quick. By the way, if you knew, that's an alarm we just play just in case we're verging on offensive territory.
Sure.
Yeah. The good news is on 3483, the first text that came through, good song.
Oh, yeah.
Great tune.
True.
Throbber, but then there's other texts like turn this shite off.
Sorry, where does it say Throbber on there? I can't see that.
Hey, great Throbber, guys. You wouldn't happen to have any recommendations for another drive-home radio station I could listen to?
True.
But I'm going to say at least 50% of the texts are questioning whether that song is racist or not.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, just listening to the lyrics there, it's fringing.
Oh, it certainly is.
Which lyrics? Jace?
Well, I can say that if it was racist, it's not our fault. We didn't, well, certainly when I say ours, I mean Jason and myself, we would never bring any kind of songs to the Throbber that would potentially verge, as that has done Keyzie.
Yeah, right.
It is a disappointment that we have to, so late in the year, put an asterisk by one of your wins. But, I mean, I guess that's just how it goes.
Wait, so I get an asterisk for having a potentially racist Throbber?
Well, it's racist.
Yeah.
All right, well, look, I'll chuck an asterisk next to it. And that reminds me, actually, you better check the scoreboard, which is always fun. So out in front on 10 wins this year, old Mogi.
That's me.
That's
Yeah,
Mogi
man.
over there. Second place with 8 and an asterisk for being racist, Keyzie. And then in third place with 7 wins and 4 asterisks is Hoity J. So another successful Friday Throbber, fellas. Well done.
It was a good one, actually.
Yeah.
It's just a shame about the
actual Throbber.
and the racist.
Yeah.
And the
nature of it.
racism.
You know, I mean, not
yeah.
only the
Racism.
song itself, but just God.
Mike,
God, another time and place really was, wasn't it?
It really was.
Oh.
It really was, Mogi.
you can't play anything anymore.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bit of sport happening over the weekend. Let's have some sport chat.
Let's go, Hoity J. Take it away, brother.
Sport boy.
Yeah, well, let's start off with the Rugby Union, shall we?
No, it's rugby union.
And epic test match it was last weekend. Unfortunately, we were on the wrong end of it. Sunday morning, New Zealand versus South Africa again. And I see, Mogi, those cock-a-hoot South Africans, I believe, have made 7 changes to their starting lineup.
Wow.
They've got a big squad and they're very, very confident. New Zealand has made a few changes, but I think it's because of injury. Caleb Clark springs to mind, is not there.
Blackadder.
And Blackadder.
Todd Blackadder.
Yeah,
Do you want me to go through the team list?
Go through the team, would you there, Keyzie?
All right, you're starting front row, Tamaiti Williams, Cody Taylor, and Tyrell Lomax.
Yeah.
You've got Scott Barrett, who's captain, Tupou Vai'i, Wallace Satiti, Sam Kane, and Artie Savia, who's vice-captain, one of 7 vice-captains. You've also got Cortez Ratima starting at halfback.
Wow. Me likes that.
That's exciting, isn't it? Damien McKenzie at first 5. Mark Talaire on one wing. You've got Sevu Reese on the other wing. Will Jordan at fullback. And in the centres, Geordie Barrett and Rico Ioane.
Yes. Can you just tell me the bench there? Because I'm not happy with that back line,
Really?
to be honest.
Okay, on the bench, Asafo Almu will be coming on at hooker. Ufa Tuangafasi, Fletcher Newell, Sam Darry, Luke Jacobson, TJ Perenara, Anton Leonard-Brown, and Bowden Barrett. So
Okay.
Bowden Barrett, late impact that worked against Argentina. He came on, was magnificent.
Yeah, well, that's where we suffered in that first test match, was the impact from the bench instead of impact. Well, they had impact with giving penalties away,
Am I
basically.
right?
Yeah. Looking forward to that, Mogi?
Yeah, I am, man. I watched that on Sunday morning when I roll out of bed there. I reckon that'll be bloody good. I do love a South African test.
Yes.
And I like the fact they've got back-to-back tests over there. And
Yeah.
I do miss a rugby tour, which, Keyzie, you probably never experienced, but back in the day they used to go over to South Africa for 6 weeks at a time and have midweek games and all sorts, and it was bloody marvellous.
I've got a picture in my mind, Mogi there in his bathrobe, long black crusty...
Long black what?
Long black, a
it's
croissant,
coffee.
the Daily Paper, and the All Black Test match.
All
on.
of that's true, except I don't own a dressing gown.
Oh, you'll be nude?
Yeah, just nude.
So just quickly, New Zealand is paying $2.50 for a win. $2.50 against South Africa. So
$1.30 for South Africa? What are they?
$1.50.
Wow.
So that's a pretty big slap in the face of the All Blacks. They'll be fuming
Slap
about
in
that.
the face.
So if I had a hunch, it would be to follow New Zealand. If you'd like to do the same thing, you can join the TAB, get up to $100 in bonus cash with a 400% deposit match offer. T's and C's apply. R18, bet responsibly. And if you want to win $100 bonus cash right now, text TAB to 3483.
Tell me, fellas, on the sporting front, now that the Warriors are done and dusted, what's happening on the NRL front? Any matches we should look out for?
Well, traditionally in round 27, Jace, the top teams rest a lot of players.
Sure.
However, in the middle of the pack is 4 teams on the same points trying to get that number 8 spot in the top 8.
Right, okay.
And 2 of those teams are playing each other, the Dolphins and the Knights. Basically, if one of them wins, they're in the 8. However, if they tie, then the other 2 teams who are on the same amount of points but have a worse points differential, whoever wins that game could get through.
Yeah. Right, I gotcha.
So it's probably going to be either the Dolphins or the Knights, but if they draw, it could be, yeah.
And not only that, they'll also be competing for the first Spoon Bowl.
That's right.
Since 2015, when the Panthers beat the Knights for last place. So this game, everything comes down to this game. West Tigers versus Parramatta Eels tonight at 8 o'clock. Loser of that gets the wooden spoon. Pretty incredible for the Eels, who were grand finalists only 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
That's a fall from grace.
It is a fall from grace. Also, tomorrow afternoon in the New South Wales Cup, we've got an elimination final. The Warriors play the Panthers. That's 4th versus 5th on the table. That will be a ripper. It's on New South Wales Rugby League TV, I think, on the old interweb there. I'm not sure if Sky carries it, but I hope they do.
Yes, they do.
Around about it's 1 p.m. I think Australian time.
I've seen those games on Sky.
Right.
So that, yes, they do carry it. Just a trivia question for you both: have the Warriors ever had the wooden spoon?
No.
Okay.
No, we've come second to last. I think our most common finishing place in the 30 years of the competition is 14th.
Yeah. God.
So
good stuff.
That's it on the... Oh, and of course, can we have a medal update? Or is that just going to be massive admin for you?
Well, we're already massively over time. You can't spring a medal update. We'll do it when we get back.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Go.
The Hauraki Big Show. Weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Regular feature at 5:39 on the Friday. Bit of 1.5 mogies.
1.5 mogies.
What is 1.5 mogies?
So I just want to say it's another example of you being the anchor of our singing trio we've got going here.
Thanks,
Chase, our
mate.
menage. It's just some yarns about my kid generally,
Yeah.
Keyzie. I do want to, just before I get into that, I just want to say we had a mate come over last night. I hadn't seen him for a while. It got into a chat about his daughter is going to get tested for autism. They just noticed a few things. She's only about 2.5.
Sure.
And that led him to have a conversation with the doctor. And sort of said, what are the traits, so on and so forth. And the doctor listed a few off, and he went home to his wife and he said, I don't know, man, it seems like bullshit to me. Like, everybody thinks like that. And he listed them off to his wife, and she goes, I don't think like that. So, yeah, now my mate's got autism, which he didn't know about. So that was a good thing for him to find out. And it makes sense. And anyway, so my daughter, when there's people in the house, she doesn't want to go to bed. It's not uncommon. So she got up, came and jumped on my lap. We're sitting out in the lounge there. My wife was still talking to our mate, and she said, I've got a secret. I've got to tell you a secret.
A secret.
And I said, okay, what's the secret? And she said, she leaned, you know how they get right in your ear, Jace, when they're telling you a secret?
Yes.
She stopped telling me secrets in my mouth. That's been a good change.
Yes.
And she said, all my toys, they talk to me.
Oh,
And I was like, wow. That's
like
pretty
Toy
cool.
Story.
That's pretty cool.
Yes.
I was like, what do they say? And she said, go into the kitchen at night and eat all the ice cream in the freezer. I was like, wow. I don't know, these guys.
They sound like trouble.
Yeah. I was like, what else? What else do they say? She says, they tell me to drink all the medicine. She's on the Pamo at the moment because she's got a cough.
It does taste delicious.
And I was like, yeah. And I said, I don't know about these toys, man. We got to get rid of these guys. They're a bad influence. She said, nah, they're not. I said, well, what else are they telling you? She said, leave the doors open and let all the cold air in. And she's just listing them off, man. But she's then cracking up as well. What a great way to get the bad things out of your head. You just blame it all on your toys.
Very good.
So creative.
And today she decided that she just comes in and she goes, from now on, Mama does everything I tell her. And she's just cracking up because she knows it's not going to happen. And she goes,
Yes.
and you do everything I tell you. And then my wife came in, she goes, did you hear what I said, Mama? And she said, yeah, I have to do everything you say. That's right. Go get me some ice cream. But the idea that you can control people and the thing that you're going to get them to do is get you some ice cream.
Yes.
That's number one on the list.
Yeah,
That's
priority.
the only thing that matters.
Totally.
Yeah, it's a good time when you're a kid, eh? Ice cream and TV.
Those
She's
are your
all
priorities.
about it.
And medicine.
Yeah, and medicine, man.
Yeah.
And it is a damn shame because my wife is a pretty reserved and, got great self-control. And I'm afraid my daughter has got my gene. So I'm not
Yes.
looking forward to the teenage years.
Yeah. Did you ever ask whether or not the toys had actually told her anything positive to do? Or was it all bad
Well,
stuff?
I mean, from her perspective, they're all positive.
She's like my mate's Rule.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh.
Her toys remind me of you two, actually.
Yeah.
Break up with your wife.
Go get Dad's ciggies.
Buy me some cheese balls.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yes, AC/DC there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday afternoon. Now listen, all you tattoo lovers.
Freaks.
Oh.
All you tattoo lovers, you got to listen up to what old Captain Admin has to say.
we have to stop this because every time we have to tell people about something, it's like you got to listen up to old Keyzie, Captain Admin. Here you go, Keyzie, you do all the work.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
but
right, yeah.
we
But
should.
it's seamless integration of the content. That's what everybody's looking for.
Well, it used to be, I feel, and now we have to play this.
This.
You love it, Keyzie.
Hey, can I say that's very good?
That's very good. Whoever voiced that
Yeah.
is very talented.
But it's not seamless anymore. It sticks out like a sword. Anyway, tattoo enjoyers, listen up. Old Keyzie's got some admin for you. If you would like a chance to top up your ink in Taranaki at the New Plymouth-based New Zealand Tattoo and Art Festival, presented by Bepanthen.
Bepanthen, yeah.
Bepanthen.
That's right. Then go to hauraki.co.nz, enter there. It's top up your ink in Taranaki. The prize will be for you and a mate to fly down there for free. You get a night at the Novotel, you get tickets to the festival, and $500 worth of tattoo vouchers to top up your ink.
Wow.
Too good.
He'll be there as well, John.
I reckon.
Seriously.
No, yes, John,
It
too
is.
good. Yes, he is going to be there. I reckon you should get some ink, Keyzie.
Some ink?
Yeah, I reckon you should get some tats.
Why?
Because I reckon you look amazing.
You love tats, eh?
Yeah, I do love tats.
Big tats or small tats?
Oh, I don't care. I just like tats in general.
Yeah, right.
I was
What
just
about when
checking-
they get old?
Well, yeah, they can get a bit weird as they
look
get
weird.
old.
Yeah. But there's stuff you can do to make.
If you get a tat, I'll get a tat.
So between us, have a couple of tats.
Yeah.
A pair of tats. Sure. What are you going to get?
Oh, I don't know.
Something on your throat would be good.
Yeah, I reckon from the sort of chin down.
Yeah.
Into my chest.
Yeah.
If I had to get something, it would be like a little radio microphone and some headphones. Because radio is really important to me.
That's cute.
Yeah. It's like
you should get a cricket bat, Jace,
Yeah, I'm sort of.
on your throat.
I'd have
And some wickets.
What I could have is a cricket bat on one side. How about this?
Uh-oh.
A cricket ball on one side and wickets on the other with the bails flying off.
No, what about just wickets on your throat, and then I'll have something to aim at when I'm playing cricket?
What about if you got your bullers done up red cherry like cricket balls?
With a seam on them?
Yeah.
Well, actually, they're already quite red, aren't they? So you can just get the seams put on.
Or sort of, I'd call them more purpley.
But hey, plenty coming up after 6.
Yes.
Actually, just on that, it is Friday. We want to know what you're doing for the weekend.
Oh, yes.
That's just what I was going to say there, Keyzie.
What's your weekend plan?
We want to know what your weekend plans are, and if they're really awesome, we want to be a part of them. Text us 3483, all that after 6.
And everyone that texts through in the draw for a $50 9-day voucher. Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
Yeah, welcome back, you massive party animals. Hope your Friday night's going off. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night and Day.
That's night and day, by the way. And I've just been emailed. Apparently, any time is a good time for a thick shake from night and day.
Do they have super thick shakes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you have to
suck it hard.
That doesn't make sense. But yeah, you do have to suck them real hard. They also do milkshakes and regular thick shakes. But if you want it super thick with 2 C's, then you head to Night and Day.
Good stuff. Now, the podcast outro, which is behind the scenes of the big show, basically.
You could say.
We warm up every day with a 10 to 15-minute conversation.
Yes.
And then we release it at 7:30 as bonus content. It's good stuff.
And we can't have complaints against us, I don't think.
No.
So we feel a bit more free and relaxed, don't we, fellas?
That's true.
I can't remember what we talked about today, but here's a clip of it. And now, 50 million
is that gonna
cigarettes
be the one?
later.
Yeah.
That's it, man. This is my last packet.
Good, Jace. Good.
I'm just not doing it anymore.
Yeah, man. I support you.
Just got to sort a few things out.
And that was quick.
Yeah. Didn't quite buy into that, Hoodie J. I don't know if you picked that up, brother.
Fair call. I can't complain about that.
Well, you said it's your last pack. Do you reckon it will be your last pack?
Nope. I don't.
I do.
Thanks, Keyzie.
Are we like the angel and the devil on your shoulders? Or is it
No, it's not that I want him to smoke. I don't want him to smoke.
know.
I know he will, though.
He knows me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be let down.
I'll try my best not to let you down, all right?
It disappoints me that other people have given up smoking, and yet I can't. That's what disappoints me.
Sure.
What we should do is find out who the most annoying person in the world is that has given up smoking.
That's quite good.
And you're like, oh my, you've
If that
done it
guy
and
can
I
do
can't?
it, yeah, exactly.
It's just what
Jace
gets
would have
on,
been perfect.
What gets on my goat is that the world's very stressful, and that my way of dealing with stress is having a ciggy.
Yeah, but that's bullshit, isn't it?
Well,
it's
it
a cop
is.
out. It's just
Yeah,
an
it is.
excuse. It's, it's stressful, I need a cigarette. It's stressful for everyone. Very few people smoke.
Yeah.
Like 88% of the population don't smoke.
Is that how much it is
Oh,
now?
yeah, there's very few people that smoke.
On actual fact,
But
that makes me
100%
feel
of people vape.
makes me feel really cool. Then that I'm part of the 12%.
Yeah, man.
Are you going to be my girl?
Bit of jet, Keyzie, is that what you're saying?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Weezer there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Friday evening. Now, we love our listeners out there, and we like finding out more about you, what you get up to, what your job is, all that sort of jazz, and what you're going to do over the weekend, because it gives us ideas as well, doesn't it, fellas?
It sure does, man.
Because I don't know about you, sometimes my wife and I go, what should we do? What should we do today, on a weekend day? And we can never think of things apart from fishing and that sort of stuff. What are people doing on 3483, Keyzie?
Well, we've got this new segment. It's called What's the Haps, NZ?
Up to.
With old Mogi. Lots of texts coming through on 3483. G'day, fellas. Tyler here. No. Moving the rents houses and drinking bulk beers responsibly to celebrate. So he's moving the houses for the parents,
Oh, yes.
I guess.
Yeah, man.
Is this a segment?
Okay, I'm not into that. I'm not into that at all.
Is this a segment? You guys just go, oh yeah, and Jace just stares at me silently.
I said I'm not into it,
That's
Keyzie.
part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I mean, if I don't like it,
Right.
I'm going to say so.
Well, you didn't say anything.
You're not going to say so.
You're just going to look at me with a dumb look on your face.
What else have you got?
Hey guys, on my way to a date. Wondering if you had any tips. Thanks, Backbone. Sophie. Now, I think I know who this Sophie is.
Interesting, actually, because we used to do relationship advice. I wonder if we could do that once a week again.
Is it early for a date?
I don't know. I've
Good
never,
a time as any as soon as you go on one.
Now, if it's the
I've
Sophie,
never really been on a date.
if it's the Sophie I think it is, she's actually, this guy's in another town,
Right.
and they're meeting halfway.
Right.
So it's a couple of hours drive.
Doesn't sound like you need any tips from us, Sophie.
No.
No, but how do you, what's a,
Okay.
You know?
Wasn't that meant to happen a little while ago?
yeah, it did.
Oh, right.
Sweet. What's happening again? Must be all good.
Yeah, you'll be sweet
Just
as.
keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Doing
you'll
a
be
great
fine,
job.
Sophie.
Yeah.
Backbone.
Yeah, Backbone. G'day, fellas. Plans for the weekend. Hit the piss. And then he said responsibly after that.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say for maybe 70% of our listeners, that would be the case.
What?
Hitting the piss.
It's interesting, isn't it?
Responsibly.
I remember having a conversation with a guy when I was probably 20 plus years ago, and on the Monday morning, he'd always ask me what I got up to on the weekend, and always my answer was pretty much the same, and that was I was on it for pretty much the entire time
Responsibly,
that I
though.
wasn't at work.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he said, do you think that's a really good use of your time and your potential, man? And I can honestly say I'd never even thought of it that way before.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
anyway,
Didn't occur to you.
here we are.
Did you change?
No, but I always thought about that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
When
was
I
he? Just a random guy?
steamed.
He
That's the guy I work with.
He lives with his mum in Huntley now,
He does,
doesn't he?
yeah.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
G'day, guys. Heading into the mountains for 3 days of shite weather to teach people some useful alpine skills.
Oh yeah. Says it's satisfying to help people build confidence. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because we sort of find it satisfying to pull each other's confidence down.
Yeah.
And each other's pants down sometimes, so that's funny. Like
Yeah.
in public.
Just on that, Dilly came in before. We've got Dilly in Studio B
Yeah,
because
Pakistan's
Pakistan's
on
away.
holiday, yeah.
And he didn't appreciate you pulling his pants down. In fact, he wants to go to HR about it. Felt really weird.
Well, it's like, hey, welcome to the big show. Boom, your undies are out.
Yes.
And we're all laughing. You guys weren't laughing, though.
No, we weren't there. It was just you and him.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. That definitely happened. Hey, this segment's been great. Let's do this again next week.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The Pixies there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Friday.
Absolute tune.
It is a tune.
And can I say, I saw an interview with David Bowie
Yes.
where he was talking about what a magnificent band, this was back in the late 80s, what a magnificent band the Pixies were and are. The Pixies.
Do you think...
He said that.
He said that. And are you saying David Bowie doesn't know the name of that
we
band?
asked someone from Pixies, and they said it's just Pixies.
No, not from Pixies.
Yes.
No.
Who is it?
Someone from the management or
The
something
record
around
label.
there. Yeah, exactly.
To your point,
This is such an old debate. It's over a year
do
old.
you think, though, to your point, there is any higher accolade as a musician than David Bowie saying you guys are awesome?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That you'd be like, okay, well, that's it, I'm done
Yeah.
now.
I think-
I'm retiring.
Being the theme song to Shrek 1, like Smash Mouth.
Keyzie.
all
Oh,
star.
my God.
Let's get into some TV chat.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah. Oh, just stop it
what?
there. Don't even bother. Don't even bother. Mogi?
Fellas, why don't we talk about what you watched last night?
Okay. I watched a film called The Deliverance.
Not Deliverance?
No, it was The Deliverance. I'm not being a dickhead here. And as the name would suggest, it was a horror, and I like myself a horror,
Do you?
with Glenn Close. Now,
Yeah.
I'm interested to know particularly your view on Glenn Close,
Oh, not
Mogi.
mine? Okay.
And yours, Keyzie.
Nah, don't worry about it.
My own view is, I think she's a very good actor, but I get the vibe from her that she really rates herself.
Oh, do you? She is like a... look, I don't want to... She's like a poor man's Meryl Streep. Very, very similar actors. I don't know whether she rates herself or not, but she's had some great roles. My favourite role of hers being in...
Fatal Attraction.
Is that what it was called, though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it was Fatal
Yes.
Attraction, then there was Basic Instinct.
She was very good in that.
Magnificent. in
Yeah,
that.
she is really good. But anyway, I felt like she only did that particular role because, you know, it was quite a gnarly performance and she probably thought she'd get an Oscar for it.
For a horror, that'd be a rare thing.
Yeah. But that's me. That, you know, I'm talking through a hole in my butt. Hated it. Really annoying.
How many
and
buzzers?
it was a horror, but it just annoyed me. I go,
Do you get it? Do you watch it all the way through to the
No,
end?
I didn't.
Oh, good.
I got about halfway through and went, nah, not doing this. And I'll give it 1.5 buzzies, Keyzie, to answer your question.
I'm glad you said particularly your opinion, Mike, because I thought Glenn Close was a dude.
There you go.
That whole time I was like, oh, wow, okay.
There you go.
Last night, I didn't realise we were on TVNZ Plus just searching for something to watch that wasn't Country Calendar or
Talk
Grand
Back.
Designs or Talkback because we're just thrashing those three. And we were scrolling around and we found NZ On Screen Moments in History.
Oh, yeah.
And it's episodes of classic TV shows. So it's like the final of Top Town 1977, the full HD or top quality. And we scrolled through them and I found Havoc Does Big Day Out in 1999.
Oh, that's good.
Watched-
That's good.
Because I've never seen, not for a long time, I haven't seen Havoc and Newsboy. The way TV was edited in the 90s was crazy. It's just random shit put back to back, black and white for no reason. Then there's Jerry lying on a couch, and then there's Havo talking to Marilyn Manson, all of it, which was excellent. It was just such a wacky style of editing TV. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
And my wife said, and I quote, "What is this TV show? It is so shit." And I was like, Luce, that's Jeremy Wells' big break right there.
It was his big break.
And he is very funny on it.
Yeah.
Because he's 21 or some bullshit, and he's interviewing Courtney Love.
Oh,
and,
she's all over him.
And she's all over him and literally says, "I need a husband. Would you like to be my husband?" And he says, "No, I'm okay for now, thanks." And she goes, "Oh, okay."
There's many rumours around that, yes, from recollection.
Yes.
Great stuff. I'll check that out.
NZ on screen. Search for that on TVNZ+.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jace, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Get to work, Captain Admin.
No, don't get to it, Captain Admin me, all right? I do a lot of hard work behind the scenes. The backbone table at the fight. David Nuka, have you guys heard of him?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He was in here yesterday. He's got a new opponent now. He is fighting next Saturday. That is going to be at the Viaduct Events Centre. And if you would like to win a spot at the backbone table hosted by these two plonkers.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. It's going to be great.
Man.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
I was going through my wardrobe today, actually, Mogi, going, what suit will I run with here?
You're going to win
Birthday suit?
I've got
Paisley.
I've got quite a stylish grey one with a kind of pink tie. It's not really pink, but it's pretty damn stylish.
Is it actually stylish?
It sounds pink.
Well, we did a photo shoot with it a few years back, and the management was saying, you were like a completely different human being. We were blown away.
That's got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually wear that.
But
That'd
it's probably
nice.
a little bit old now, I'm thinking.
You?
What, the suit?
Well, both. The suit and me.
If you want to sit on the backbone table with Mike and Jace and get free food, free beers, you just have to go to hauraki.co.nz and enter there, or you can text the word FIGHT to 3483. And if you just want to watch the fight against Tommy Kryptonite Carpensey, it is live on DAZN, DAZN.com.
What's DAZN? Do you fellas know?
It's a streaming service
Right,
for fighting.
For fighting, yeah. I got it when we were over at Magic Round.
Yes.
And I wanted to watch the Fury fight against Usyk.
Yes.
I downloaded that app.
That's
and
right.
watched it.
Okay, interesting.
Jace, it's the global home of boxing with over 150 fights per year from the best of boxing, crossover boxing, MMA. It's available to watch on any device, smart TV, mobile, tablet, gaming console, and more.
Okay, I'll put it on the TV then, I think. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, but do get along, because it is going to be a hell of a night. Hang out with old Hoodie J and Mogi, have a bit of free food, a bit of a few beers.
Responsibly, that's right.
Responsibly, of course, always responsibly.
That's right.
Get
so
stuck in.
Text the word FIGHT to 3483 right now or enter at hauraki.co.nz.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
That's how we do.
That's
Yeah,
it.
man.
So good.
Weekend time,
Big
party
show.
time, big show.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Keyzie, Minogue, Hoodie J. Thanks for taking the time to listen to the show, by the way. We really appreciate it. Mogi, what's your plans this weekend?
Watch a little bit of rugby. I'm going to rest up, man. I want to go to the gym.
Yes.
I want to go to the sauna. I don't want to do a hell of a lot of much. I'm going to try and get some walking in my life, which I'm thrilled about. I've just got to have a good relaxer.
Yeah, good
Try and
stuff,
stay away
mate.
from the booze will be good, actually.
Yeah, nice. What about you, Keyzie?
I'm driving my truck down to Tauranga. We're putting a new diff in it. So it has a better ratio. So it does
What's
less
the diff?
revs. It's like in the middle of the rear axle.
The difference,
It's where the
I mean.
power is.
What's the difference?
So the differential. Basically, so when I'm going 100 Ks, it's revving less and using less petrol. But also, I was supposed to be going out to look at a motorbike, and now that's sold.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking, can I do a shout out for if anyone's actually got one that I might be
I
interested
think
in?
so.
If anyone out there's got like an early 70s Honda motorbike, can you message me on Instagram?
And if you want Keyzie to come out into your farm in the middle of nowhere and go to that dark, sort of weird little shed you got down the back there, and you live so far out of town that there's no GPS, there's no cell phone coverage, and get old Keyzie out there, man, and he'd love to
that'd be
come for a
great.
little ride and meet you.
Well, either I'm going to get You'll Never See Me Again, or I'll come away with a cool motorbike. So I'm willing to take that chance.
That's true, man.
Yeah. What about you, Jace? What are you doing, man?
I'm pretty excited, actually. I'm working on my stock car. Of course, the season.
What work are you doing on it?
The diff.
Oh, you're putting a diff in as well. What diff's it got in it? What
A
ratio?
broken one.
Keyzie, I'll tell your dad about it because he'll understand what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to tell you.
Jace, I would love to see you talk to my dad about cars. That would be a shambles of a conversation.
Next time I see Don, I'm going to chat cars.
Yeah, righto.
And then after that, we're going to go to the Matakana markets tomorrow as well, so that'll be nice. And something
You're going to get some new pants.
Yeah, hopefully some pants and shirts. Sunday we've got something going on, but I can't remember.
Well, it's obviously not even worth mentioning then.
Yeah, well,
it's like a waste of airtime.
Well, it kind of is, really. Hey, but listen, make sure you check out the podcasts. Make sure you check out Instagram.
Oh.
Till Monday. See you later.
Bye.